I thought you were gonna fill it up first. So you, this be on camera right now.
I guess for a second. Pearl dough. They don't know that yet, but today's gonna be the video where I'm gonna tell them what I'm gonna do with it and power wash it. But I just accented the yellow truck with chrome. Should I do this pearl in black? I think that's what I have to do.
Can we put forces on it, please?
Yeah, I don't give a I gotta find a set of DUALLY forces. You could probably order them now. Alright guys, well a lot of you love this truck. I do too. Honestly, I couldn't pass this deal up. Like I said, I'll tell you the whole build, how much I bought it for and all that stuff probably when we're done with it, and you guys will probably be amazed. Honestly, this is my point here. I'm trying to show you how we can build something out of nothing. Well, I mean, it is something. It's a beautiful, beautiful base, but literally it's nothing. It's an old 92 semi-worked kind of, you know, like I said, the frame's good, couple body things here and there, couple dents on the bed, little rust on the bed. This rocker's gone, probably inner, outer, and then the floor pan over here we're gonna have to do. But other than that, this truck is pretty darn sound. Obviously got the legendary 12 valve in it. Auto trans, not a stick, would have been even freaking sweeter if it had a stick, but I'm not complaining with, you know, this kind of base we're starting with. Obviously when we're done, it will not look like this. I'm gonna go over all the build plans for this truck very, very shortly. However, first things first, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up and show you what we're actually starting with, because this grime and stuff on this paint is really hiding the true beauty of this truck. All right, guys, well, what we have here is actually a power washer straight off of Amazon. You can get it there, and I think if you go in the description below, I should have a discount code for you as well. You guys know we've been using that electric power washer forever, and that was actually quite decently expensive. So this is a very budget-friendly version. Like I said, this channel, I'm trying to show you guys you can do anything with kind of anything. I don't know how to say that. That's not right. You don't need the most expensive, crazy things to put out good results, whether it be cleaning, painting, building vehicles and stuff. Like I said, look at this thing. I'll show you where we're starting, and that's the purpose of today. We're going to use this inexpensive electric power washer. I think this thing does like 3,800 PSI, 2.4 gallons a minute. That's supposed to outperform my other one that was almost twice as expensive, and I'm gonna show you guys that we can even use that. We can get this truck that's been sitting for a couple years sparkling clean again, and then after that I'm gonna go straight into what's wrong with this truck and all the build plans. So stay tuned, let's get her washed. I'll show you guys how this power washer works. Like I said, link in the description if you're interested. Very inexpensive, but it will definitely do the job.
I told you so.
Let's go. Alright guys, well that power washer worked like a charm. As you can see, not too loud. Also here, let off for a second. I like how when you let off, it shuts off completely. There's no sound at all, like that one. When you shut it off, it's that brushless when you let off the trigger on that one, the brushless motor is still spinning and you can still hear it. But when you shut off this one, quiet. But when you pull the trigger, it's on. So that's super sweet. And to be honest, for like, you know, for its size, it's stupid light, and it really did a decent job. You can't complain, especially for the price. Trees are blooming. We're gonna have that pollen everywhere, all over your vehicle, so that, you can't beat that. Oh, and here we have our hazy friend over here. Now here, I'm gonna let her run for a minute. I think we need an alternator because I don't think that's, I don't think the batteries are charging one bit after she starts. But she sounds amazing, and she's gonna sound even better with what we're gonna do to this truck. Well, first of all, we gave her the first clean and take a look. Just a beauty. And of course, before we shut her down, you can't not start a 12 valve and not even give it a little like she sounds so freaking good, guys. This is also the oldest vehicle I've ever owned. But this is my first 12 valve, and I can officially say I've owned a first gen, I've owned a third gen, I own 3 fourth gens. I'm just missing a second, and I'm missing the 5th gen ownership. But we'll get there. We'll get there, I promise. I don't really want to restart this, but yeah, we can see if it'll start right up. Right there. That's so weird. That might be the battery itself. Battery can't charge. Battery might be dead. We'll have to test the alternator on that. So here you have it, guys. Here is my 1992 Ram D250 with a Cummins turbo diesel. Good old 12 valve. Let's pop the hood for you guys. I don't know if I want to tell you everything wrong with it or I want to tell you the build plans. But let's go over it with, I think, everything that's wrong with it to start. Honestly, under the hood, everything looks pretty clean, solid, you know, just you know, typical 1992 stuff under here. Like I said, I'm going to test the charge coming off this alternator. It looks to be in interesting shape, so I'll probably get that thing replaced anyway, considering the age of this unit. Just get a new one in there. It does look kind of crusty, does look kind of game used and old, so we'll probably do that. While we're at it as well, this belt doesn't look that bad, honestly, but if it's coming off, I don't know. The belt looks decent. I don't think doesn't even look dry rotted, so that should be not too bad in there. May get a new one, may not, but that looks good. That's the only thing I can think of is I'll probably get a new alternator on this. I'll probably do all the fluids and such, oil change, coolant flush, power steering, that pump over there, like I said. The brake booster up here doesn't look to be in the most excellent condition, so we may see what we can do on that situation in here. This wiring looks interesting as well. I want to say this doesn't look factory, but don't hold me to it not being factory, because I feel like I've seen a bunch of these hoods popped and it does look like a squirrel got in here and twisted all these wires apart. So I feel like that's a factory wiring mess, but I don't know. So what I can tell you right here is we got this jegs thing in here, but this knob here is kind of stuck, so I don't even know how to use this. I don't know what this is. It says increase, decrease, but it's like just stuck in there, so I don't know what that is. But yeah, this steering shaft here, it like this right here, that's the first thing wrong with it really, is it moves a huge amount before the tires even spin. So that is crazy. What is this harness and why isn't it connected to anything? I guess we're gonna have fun with this one. The previous owner said the previous owner did injectors in it or something. I think they're a little beefed up. I couldn't tell you. But as you can see, we still have our stock head bolts. I do plan on taking out and ARP head studding this because we are gonna add at least one more turbo. I think for this truck even, we can also do an S475 over stock. And that would probably give us an awesome drivability. I don't know, I love it in this truck. This thing sounded so good without that second turbo. Not that it doesn't sound good with the turbo. Man, it sounded good without the second turbo. Compounding this truck will be awesome, and if we can make it happen, I may in fact triple this truck. If I can add 3 turbos to this truck, I don't understand why I shouldn't. Power wise, that's one of the things we're gonna do. We are definitely gonna add more turbos to this truck, especially because look at this. I can operate everything in here super easy. It won't be a pain, and just I can work on everything right freaking here. That will be absolutely incredible. Also, like I said, I'll probably get a topside creeper for this thing so I can lean over this, but look at this. Like I said, all the head bolts visible, nothing crazy. So we'll do the ARP head studs in this, obviously with the other turbo. We're gonna need it. I'm gonna see Banks doesn't go back this far in Cummins years, so I'm gonna see what we have to offer for an intake horn on this, what we have to offer for boost tubes on this. I think Mishimoto makes a intercooler, and it makes a new radiator for this, so we may do that. Hi buddy, how you doing? Hi. But I think Mishimoto makes a radiator and an intercooler for this, so we'll probably upgrade that as well. What I do notice is under the hood, this thing, I can't tell if this thing, I don't know if this thing was red underneath before and they painted it over this brown kind of red metallic. I don't know, but I think this truck may have been repainted. I can't tell. It looks pretty just flat in here, this color flat under the hood, so it could have just been this color to start, which I wouldn't doubt it because I've seen other first gens this color. I don't mind this color one freaking bit. I really don't, but you already know. And obviously the Banana Ram's not here. I drove my Hellcat today, but we already picked the paint code out for this, I think. I'm pretty set on this one color. I've wanted to paint something this color for a minute now, and I will give you a hint that it is some form of blue. It is some form of blue, and I'll give that to you guys. Hi, Whiskey, how doing? He's like running around looking for you. He's like, where'd he go? While I'm in here, I'll see. I don't know if I can tell which injectors are in here once I get the head, or like the valve cover off, so I can do all these head bolts. But if I could tell what's in there, that may be a little better for us, so we know what we're dealing with, I guess, as we're doing. We got this much fuel going to the motor. How much air do we need to add? Other thing, I don't know if I can find, you know, these kind of tubes and whatever. Replacements. I know somebody out there in the audience is going to have every answer and then some for first gens for me, so I'm going to appreciate your support on here. And like I said, if any of you have first gen parts, DM me, email me, and let's build this together. I want to build this with you guys, so I'd rather honestly like half of the audience be like, yeah, I got this and I got this. I already got some guy who's gonna hook us up with a steering wheel for this and some other parts, because we need that. That would be super cool if honestly this truck was built off of all your guys' stuff. I could buy off you any spare parts, or if you guys want to, you know, support the build, support the channel, and you got parts laying around that you were going to scrap anyway and you just want to send them out, please let me know. I would love to build this truck with all your guys' actual help. Like, somebody in Wisconsin's got this, somebody in New York's got this, out of Texas, y'all got this. Like, I would love to do that on this truck. Absolutely, I would feel honored to do that if we had, you know, viewers from different places have different parts to make this thing whole. Next thing that's actually wrong with it is this upper control arm. Just wait to what, okay, power wise, that's what we're doing. Wait till what we're doing with the rest of the truck. So this is what's wrong on this one. As you can see, we are like cambered in. The upper control arms on this side are shot, absolutely shot. I wouldn't say so much the ball joint, but it's up here. The alignment, you know, the alignment pins and all that stuff up there, that's where our issue kind of resides here. It's just way set in, it's what's dragging our tire inwards. We're gonna have to replace that pitman arm, and that stuff looks pretty good. I'll probably see what I can do steering wise, if I can get everything new and upgraded. That would be sweet, just so we can have the tightest steering possible. You guys all know Dodge steering, so if we can get the tightest steering possible, that's what I'm going to do. So drop your suggestions in the comments below and we'll make that happen. Also, while we're down here, that shock has just gone through the bottom. I think we lost a bolt on that side and then it wiggled itself out and popped through. So we're going to do new shocks on this thing anyway. New shocks, I'm going to try and get some new coil springs. If not, I'll definitely take those apart and blast them, powder coat them. If I could get new lower control arms, whatever I can get new suspension wise, I definitely will. Whatever this is, I don't know, but these bushings look a little worn out, so I'll probably get new one of these if I can. Like I said, I don't know much about these. I haven't researched a lot. I'm gonna try and replace everything possible. Brake wise, I may try and get a big brake kit, you know, just upgrade everything, rotors, pads, while we're at it, because this D250, when we are done with it, will actually be a D350. On this model year, the leaf springs are the same part number. So the rear springs, the D350 and the D250, are the same. I couldn't really tell you the difference. Maybe the 350s all come 4x4. Well, no, that would be a D350. That's a two-wheel drive. So I don't really know on that. But we are converting this thing to a dually. Yes, this truck will be a D350 dual rear wheel when we are done. Yes, everyone wanted me to do it, and that was the most requested thing, and that's the thing I was going to do with this thing anyway, is we are going to dually this truck. So this will probably be a Ram 350 when we're done, or a 250 or a D250 dually, one of the two, but we will get this thing dualied, and that's kind of, I think I left it out of the last video, but that's why I'm thankful this is a two-wheel drive, because big truck, awesome size truck, banana ram, again, air ride, lift. This truck is either getting slammed on its nuts, or it's gonna stay this height, dip the rear a little bit, dually it, and it's just gonna be clean. So yes, this thing will be a dually. When we're done with it, will be absolutely nuts. Now, like I said, the bed, okay, that's another thing that's semi-wrong with this thing. This bed, as you can see, typical stuff here. We're gonna need a bed for it. I already got one kind of lined up. I'm probably just gonna pull the trigger on it. It's clean, it's rust-free, has a little damage, but we can fix it up. Because it looks like somebody already tried to patch something in here and fix this, and just Bondo all over it. That's probably why. Maybe it was repainted, I don't know, but yeah, it's easier just to get a new bed. The couple of the bed rails are shot on this thing anyway, so we could probably get a new bed for it and just go and do it like that. Underneath here, the frame, honestly, pretty clean. Pretty clean, I do say so myself. I've seen a lot of nasty frames, and this thing is actually not that bad. While you're down here, you probably see, hopefully, this thing is gonna need a e-brake, because that is just not there or existent. So we'll make the e-brake usable again. It's gonna be a dually. Under here, let's see this side of the frame. This side of the frame, not bad either. However, while the bed is off, and when we get it off, probably do my best to sit there and do a quick frame resto. Should not be that difficult, considering it's so stupid clean that I almost want to tell you how much I paid for this truck, because the frame's condition, the condition of the truck in general, and how very few things are actually wrong with it. But I want to hold off on that, because this build is going to be crazy, and it's actually going to look pretty darn sweet, and I'm going to show you that at the end of it, you can have a sweet truck for pretty cheap. A lot of you are going to say roll pan, but to be honest, I kind of like this bumper. However, the bumper will probably be color matched. However, I just accented the banana ram chrome, so I don't think I want to accent another truck with chrome this soon. So we may hold off on the chrome, and we may have to accent the blue I went with, fully color matched or black. I think that's probably the move on this one. Chrome would look sweet, and I mean sweet. However, this is gonna be a resto mod. We're gonna restore it, but we're also gonna mod it, and we're gonna modernize it just a touch with all the color matching and stuff. Trust me, it'll come out clean. If you haven't trusted the process yet on anything, especially the banana ram, trust the process with this one. Now, another thing that's wrong with this drip rail. I don't think we're gonna be able to even save this drip rail, so we're probably gonna have to remove and delete this drip rail. I know it's been done on the forums. It's a common rusty spot on these trucks. I'm gonna have to figure out how to delete the drip rail, and I think we're gonna do that. There's some bubbly rust on the roof. We're gonna take the roof at least down to bare metal, get everything we can fixed, and you know, just set right and get all that junk out of here, and we'll fix that, no problem. We're also going to need a windshield. It is cracked, so we'll have to figure that out. It looks like a rock hit it and cracked across it, so we're going to get a new windshield on this. One of the ideas one of the ideas we had for this was to make this a people do it on S10s. I forget what it was, but yeah, pretty much cut the whole cab off and just leave the windshield, or trim the windshield in half and just leave it an open air concept dually. That color blue I'm about to use, you guys you aren't even ready for it. We were thinking about doing that, which would be pretty sweet if you think about it. However, I do like the cab. I do like to, you know, that'd be awesome to drive it on a day where it's cool, but we don't have to have an open air concept. So I think we're gonna leave the cab intact if I can delete the drip rail correctly and get that out of there without any severe damage. But that's where that idea came in, is if we get rid of the whole upper cab, then this stuff doesn't even matter. So we'll see. And then what else doesn't matter in here is the fact it did not come with a headliner. So I'm gonna have to find or locate a headliner, which should be interesting, or get one made. But if we cut the roof off and got rid of the glass and everything, we wouldn't need a headliner. We wouldn't need the back glass, and this thing would be pretty chill. Oh, look at this, custom engineered Ram Tough. I love that. Also, I think we're gonna need some help in here. Blower motors and stuff. I think blower motors on the AC and HVAC system are shot, so that needs either wired or something. We're gonna get that going. I'll probably do my best to get as much out of here as I can. Like I said, the floor pan over here, as you can see, it actually goes right through. You can see daylight right through it. So we're gonna have to weld that floor pan in and see what we can do. Inner rockers, just we'll figure that out, get all that cut out and replaced. So like I said, yeah, look at this. It goes through and it's pretty solid right here. So it's pretty much this chunk right here that we're gonna have to fix, and a little bit up the side. So we'll have to figure that out somehow. But the other thing is these brakes. I don't know if this is just a non new vehicle thing, but I can hit the pedal and then it'll, like, I don't know. We'll probably either have to get new, I don't know the brake system on this, but flush it, do something. I don't know, because there's a lot of play in these brakes, and it doesn't want to stop immediately. So probably gonna do something on that. The gas pedal, I understand it's a throttle by wire instead of electronic throttle, so I might just have to get used to that on this truck. I wish it came with the OEM radio, but it didn't. We're gonna remove everything behind the seat here. There's like a tool tray and whatever. I'd actually like to, I get it's a 3-seater still, but I'd like to remove this and almost get like a bench in here. A bench seat would be freaking sweet. With that blue, you already know, I'll probably get these seat belts redone anyway, because they are in interesting condition, very interesting condition. So I'll probably get those done either to match the paint, get an offset color with it. Because this truck will be either lowered or just a bit lower than where we sit right now, we don't really need to pick a powder coating color to go under the truck, because it really won't be visible. But we will pick a powder coating color to do stuff under the hood. Other than that, guys, dashboard is decent condition. It's not cracked or anything. So this is pretty darn good. The thing we need to work on is this right here. This shifter. I'm gonna have to figure out the linkage between here and the little orange movement marker on there, because that marker down there doesn't move, and all I do is guess what gear I'm in. I'm like counting in my head. I'm like, okay, reverse, neutral, drive, perfect, and I feel each notch. So right now we're gonna have to fix that. The headlights surprisingly do work. Overdrive button, I don't know. I think we got a lot of light bulbs out. Wait to start. That light bulb is definitely out. So somehow we're gonna have to take this dash apart, replace whatever light bulbs and stuff we need. Fuel gauge does work. I actually put 5 gallons in it this morning. Fuel gauge works, so that's great. I was thinking while the bed's off, maybe install a 5th wheel, because this is or will be a dually, you know, a lowered dually, hook up a gooseneck. I don't know. I don't know. This will probably just be a, you know, a Sunday driver, just a cool retro build. Obviously you guys all want me to lower it. I definitely will. Came with a boost gauge. It does get up there, gets us some boost, but like I said, it'll probably get us a lot more boost with the 2 or 3 more turbos under the hood of this guy. So yeah. And then a lot of you are probably going to ask, what exhaust setup are we going to do? Definitely not that stack. I'll either run a different stack, 2 stacks, or run a custom setup that may because it'll be like a low dually. I don't know, but if I go to a semi shop and get some semi exhaust, you know, I might even run it out like a Viper, come down the side here, and you know, kind of set it right here, like dual exhaust, one this side, one the other side, right in front of the tires. Do something custom, something different. That might be sweet. Honestly, that's probably in itself just a one semi stack, and all we'd have to do is get some turnouts and either run a Aussie kind of curved tip out the top, or run a miter, come out from the side of the truck, come up here, and boom, right here, you know, in front of the wheel. I don't know. Considering this thing smokes like a freight train, I don't know if I want all that soot on my wheels after I do all this, but it would be a pretty sweet setup to run something like that. Another thing you could do is run it like a semi, run it out here, and run your stacks outside of the bed, up here. But then I don't really want to mount anything to the bed or any of that, so our best bet, to be honest, is probably run a stack in here. On my 06, I ran a SoFlo diesel 7-inch miter. That was super clean. On this truck, I may see if I can get TSO, the guy who made my my exhaust tip for this truck, and he's making the one for my yellow truck. I may see if he can get us a stack, made. I just got to figure out a couple things color wise and do all that, but okay, I just thought of a third option, but I don't know if I like it because of how loud these things are. And again, it smokes like a freight train, so if I hood stack it, I think we're gonna make a mess anyway. If we cut the cab off, I'm definitely not gonna upper stack it behind me because that'll be too loud as well. So it all depends on where we kind of end up setup wise on this truck for the exhaust setup. I do like the stack. Like I said, I could get one clean one, two clean ones, side by side, duals. There's a lot of options for this truck. I do like how it's clean. There's no exhaust back here. I do like that. Hood stack it. I know that would be sweet, especially that I'm duallying it. However, I just don't like the fact that this thing is probably gonna smoke a ton with the turbos, and if I add bigger injectors and some other stuff for this, I think it's just gonna smoke a bunch, and I'm either gonna have a black windshield, black wheels, or I don't know what. So I might as well just run a stack out of the bed. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. As you saw, we have the front bumper for this truck. I don't know why it's not on it, but we have it in there. It's in great condition as well. I think I'm gonna color match that too. And like I said, I saw one with the bumpers color matched. I'm like, it looks good. We can also do off-road bumpers, or you know, aftermarket bumpers on this, which would be cool too. I feel like that would be sweet. But like I said, guys, you don't even want to know what I bought this for, because just me telling you that, the possibilities are literally endless for this truck. This thing is going to be nuts. But like I said, general maintenance across the board on this. I'm gonna rebuild the whole front end, shocks all the way around, may get new rear leafs, I don't know. We're gonna get dually adapters, dually flares, new bed, body work all around, really. Pretty much this rocker and floor pan. The other side's pretty clean, but I'll probably do the rocker on that side. Both cab corners not too shabby. We'll probably get two new fenders coming, I think. And this door is actually not in bad condition. Really isn't. But we're probably gonna have to get all new stripping or whatever we can inside of these, because that's needs to be done. And over here, this door, I think somebody tried to break into it back in the day. We're gonna need a whole new one of those, so we'll probably just get a new door shelf for this side. And by the fact we're not getting a door shelf for this side, we might as well get a door shelf for the other side. Now that you know I'm gonna dually this truck, I like these mirrors, but I also like the stock mirrors. I have one of the stock mirrors off the truck in there, so I don't know what to do, because I like these mirrors. However, I really like the stock mirrors, because then these bolt holes aren't exactly in the door on this. So I don't know what to do, but with a dually it might look sweet, but it also might look clean if I just put the stock ones back on. So a little bit of body work, and like I said, hood's in good condition. And there's one thing I am 190% doing to this truck: ram head. It's getting the emblem because it needs it, and it just, I love that on these trucks. It's getting the emblem, that's 100% sure. Hood's in pretty good condition. May need to, I don't know what on earth went here. If somebody could tell me that, please let me know. But we'll probably fill these 3 holes in, you know, weld them shut. A little body work on that. But the hood's in really good condition. Other than that, there's one little paint bubble here, so we'll get that down to bare metal and sand this thing out, and we'll get this painted. Overall, guys, not a bad unit, and it's pretty much just literally swapping the door, swapping all the inner components, getting the new mirrors. If we get a new bed here, that's cake. Honestly, touch up the rear frame, run the e-brake cables, just little things. For the condition it's in the year it's in, it's pretty much general maintenance. And like, I can find new fenders pretty darn cheap, new doors pretty cheap. And this thing can almost turn and come together relatively quick. And like I said, what I am going to get the dually fenders, and we are going to dually this truck. And what could you guess? We're jumping it again. That's gonna need a minute. This thing fires right up when it's got the juice. It just needs the juice. The battery says we ain't got anything. So either the alternator's not charging, or our battery can't be charged. This thing is nuts. I love it. Also, because the e-brake is like broken, the brake light's on, so hopefully we can fix that. Yeah, crazy. We also just kind of tried out a new paint supplier that was around the corner, and I think we hit the nail on the head. So we got Mike's Mineral Gray here. We got my buddy Zach's paint as well, Billet Silver. And then we got my other buddy Zach's paint here. We're gonna do a set of 5th gen tails on his truck, Blue Streak Pearl. I actually want to open this up, see what this looks like. But yeah, we just tried out a new paint supplier. But they run PPG paints there, so. Ooh. I'm not saying this is the color, because it's not the color. It's definitely not the blue I was gonna use. But Blue Streak Pearl, it's a Ram color, obviously. It's going on a Ram, 4th gen Ram, but look at that color. That's sweet. Oh, that's great. And it's supposed to match this. So that's Blue Streak Pearl. We're painting the tail lights on that truck blue. Oh, that looks freaking sweet. Don't forget, guys, description below, power washer available. Like I said, relatively inexpensive and really gets the job done. So if you're looking for something, because I know a lot of you ask me all the time, oh, electric power washer, this, that, and the other. Honestly, very economical version for you guys. If you're looking for it, I figured I'd test it out for you guys. And that is my real world experience with probably the dirtiest thing I could find, which was a truck that's been sitting in a backyard for years. So there you have it.